up, what up? It's your boy Polo, a.k.a. Polo Cuts his D. I'm right here with my boy.
Manny Rocks, chilling. 4th episode, right?
Yes, sir.
Chilling. This is my boy right here, Frovice.
This is episode number Fro.
Hey,
I'm Frovice. I'm the founder of Frovice Seafood, and I'm happy you guys have me over. Thank you guys.
Yeah. We're happy to have you, bro.
Yeah, thank you for coming, dog. We've been waiting for this moment. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, and you're finally here, and we're super happy to have you here, dog. Honestly, you've been a homie of mine, a brother of mine, and it's been fucking great.
Man. We know each other for a good
yes, sir.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yes, we're friends, man. We're family now.
Yeah, man,
friends that turn to cousins, you feel me?
Yes, sir. We're friends, neighbors.
Damn, cousin? That's a brother, motherfucker. You know? Yeah, like that. Oh, all right.
It's crazy, man. For those of you that don't know, me and Julio have been going way back since I was a young ass kid. This fool taught me some of the ropes back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And this fool's always been a hustler. So ever since I met him, he's always fucking making money. Pushing his own brand, his own label, everything, and shit, man. I want to tell you that I'm proud of you, dog, and you push me to go harder on a daily basis, dog.
Thank you, bro. Likewise, you already know.
For sure.
I see your work, and you motivate me to do better. You know.
Hey, it's crazy because I feel like a lot of people from the South Bay, from our area, are coming up, bro, and I feel like we're all feeding off each other, you know.
Yeah.
And
it's the way it's supposed to be, man.
I can say that we're one of those people, you know, from the South Bay that are doing something for ourselves and that are fucking doing it right. Yep. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, man, I wanna ask you. So, Frovice, man, how did that pop up? What is Frovice? What's the reason behind it? How did it all start? And yeah, how did you come up with that?
So, there's a lot of trials and errors behind that, and a lot of sacrifices that a lot of people don't see or even witness, not unless you're the number one customer for back in the day. But I started, well, first of all, let's start off with the name because I didn't know what I was going to name it. I came across a good recipe. I knew it was good. I believed in it. I worked at all best restaurants in San Diego, so I knew I had something good. The first question was what am I going to name this seafood establishment? What is it going to be called? And one day I just had a good time, was drinking with a couple of friends, and then I was thinking to myself a lot. And they were like, hey, where you at, bro? And I was just daydreaming about the name, trying to come up with the name. And I finally put it down to how people know me. How do people identify me? And, it's my my afro, and I figured I used my self-image as a marketing strategy, and I said, let's do Frovice Seafood. And I wear these kind of shades. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing them right now. I know there's no sun, but that's my image. That's what I sell, and that's what I like to promote. My face with the fro and the, with the Ray-Ban style glasses.
That's tight, bro.
Now, did you always know you wanted to go into seafood, or was it by accident? Did you want to cook other things and seafood was just kind of the way to go?
Dude, straight up, I have no experience as a chef. No experience, zero experience. My experience was built as I started,
Yeah.
My experience is based more on in front of the house of the restaurant where I was a server for 16 years. So that I already kind of know what to do, how to do it and what to do and what not to do. It was more learning the recipe and mastering it. And I was blessed by a recipe. Shout out to my daughter's grandma, Mama Avelia, big shout out. They came across this good recipe and I just kind of took it into my own hands so I could make everybody like it, not just one style of plate that only the Mexicans from down south are gonna like it, and I had to make it more general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And ever since then, man, I just been going at it. Never gave up. I started in El Cajon Boulevard. Big shout out to Danny Ramirez. Big shout out for letting me post up at that smoke shop, and big shout out to Vision Smoke Shop. I was out there in El Cajon Boulevard, and it was just me and a table. If you look at the setup, man, you probably laugh at me. I had plastic containers, a table. There was no branding. Yeah, there was no mantel. There was no table cover, and it was hard. I sacrificed a lot. I lost a lot of people throughout the whole experience. Including my direct family. People that were not believing in me, and I believed in it. So I was like, dude, if I'm gonna be doing this, I gotta eliminate all the people that don't believe in me because it's gonna mess up with my frequencies of proceeding and
it's
doing
funny how it's always the family, it's always the people that are closest to you that
exactly.
always give you the most negative, because
they have doubts.
they don't
Yeah, they want to see you
For
do
whatever
good, you know.
reason,
But
you know?
at the end of the day, you know, I appreciate that because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, you know.
And
And
it pushes
That's
you.
true.
it pushes me to like, okay, you don't believe in me, you don't know, you think I'm not making no money right now, and it's not from one day to another, you know. Especially the food industry, thing doesn't come from one day to another, you know. It's mad work. I'm
sure.
still in the middle of putting 100% of my work, you
So
know.
much competition out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
especially down in South Bay, you know. There's who doesn't sell seafood out here, you know.
Yeah. How do you deal with competition?
I do. I just spread love. It's contagious, man. I feel like with my competition, man, I even like refer my customers when I'm not open to my favorite spot,
There you
so
go.
they know that
That's awesome,
that I
bro.
got a good taste. You know, that I got a good taste for food.
That's
And
how you know you're doing a good job when
Yeah.
you feel confident enough to refer them to someone else.
Yeah,
You know,
fuck yeah.
and you're not scared of losing that client. That's how you know, like that shows confidence in what you're doing. You know, whether food or whatever it may be. You know, that's confidence right there. You know,
I mean, yeah, there's some confidence too. You know, it's just a lot of believing too, like believing in myself and believing in the product and the brand. But yeah, making a long story short, man, I went through a lot of tragedies and like different obstacles that I came across. You know, but faith can move mountains. So I just kept on believing in myself, and you know, went through depression when I turned 30. You know what I mean? It was bad. I'm 31 now. I'm glad I overcame that. You know, and now I'm doing better emotionally, physically, and psychologically to have the right mindset to execute this vision and dream that I have. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop now. You know, I'm already where I'm at. I'm not where I need to be, or I'm not where I want to be. But I know it's one step at a time. You know, paso a
for
paso.
sure. It's definitely I'm pretty sure having your own business, it's like it keeps you going for sure. Kind of, but also motivates you to try to do your best to see where it could go. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've been at your darkest, depression.
Yeah.
Like I struggle with depression too, and I know how dark it can be.
It's pretty
but
dark
to
at the end
turn
of the
that,
tunnel.
yeah, dark as fuck. If you don't have depression or know someone personally, you will never know how the struggle. But yeah, man, I'm happy that you were able to
Overcome.
turn something negative into a positive, and now look at you. You're
Yeah,
doing good things, coming up. Everybody knows you. Like even clients that are walk-ins, they come in like, something. We're doing something in the mix, and somehow your name comes up. Like,
Hell
oh
yeah.
yeah, follow him. It's just like the
man,
most
love.
random person. It's like, oh, I know who he is.
It's crazy
You know?
too, because a lot of our customers still ask for Froviche,
Yeah, hell
When,
yeah.
Oh, you remember that when I used
Yeah,
to do a
because
shop?
Froviche used to set up outside
Yeah.
the barber shop in Chula Vista, Ace of Fate's barber shop in Chula Vista, the original shop. He used to pop up once or twice a month on weekends and stuff like that. And
Hell yeah.
dude, it was
Sell
crazy.
out.
Yeah, always sold out. And our clients, bro, people that never even had fucking seafood, bro, like they tried that. You were the person to introduce them to seafood, and they fell in love with it, bro. I have clients that come that haven't came here in a while, or that come so often, but they still happen to ask for you every time they come. Hey, what happened to that guy with the fro? That's what
It's
ceviche
that fro
outside,
it's
you
that
know?
fro that remembers, you
And
know?
yeah, for sure, dude. And we're like, man, he's doing big things, bro. Like, he still pops up every now and then, but they ask about you, and to me that's fucking dope as fuck. Like,
No, yeah, no, mad love for having me for those
Yeah.
times, you know? Because I don't know if I'm pretty sure you knew, but when I was at the shop, it was when I first started.
Yeah.
It was like I was freshly coming out of Alcohol Boulevard. Even my setup outside your shop, I think it's funny. I look at the pictures, but I'm humble, and I
Yeah.
look at it and it's like humble beginnings, humble endings.
you would
know?
never
But-
be here if it wasn't for those
Yeah,
times.
but I will never be here where I'm at if I stop believing or I stop doing it, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, but I took a 2-year pause. It was like a 2-year pause where I didn't do no Froviche, because Froviche originally started in 2013, and it stopped like in 2014. I was at the shop, and from there I started doing it at my house, and then I didn't have a kitchen to work out of. My mom was doing some remodeling.
Oh yeah.
And it was a project that was done by my stepdad, and just like the help that my brothers had and the help that I had to give. And it took a while. It was like a 1.5 or 2 years project. And then I could have gotten done earlier, but then I was too comfortable where I was working at. I was working in the serving industry in Little Italy, and I got comfortable straight up. I got
Yeah.
comfortable. I was driving a motorcycle, spending no gas, no gas money, full profit of the tips. I'm not spending money on the way there, and I got comfortable, man, straight up. And making a long story short, bro, like I feel like I had to go through this life death situation to kind of understand that, like, man, I could have died and Forobice would have never happened.
Yeah.
Even though it was a project that I had already started and it was just on pause.
Yeah.
So, yeah, one day I was on my motorcycle just doing my thing. It was my day off, actually. I wasn't even working that day. I was just cruising in the streets right there in Coronado Avenue. And I went through a little tragedy, and thankfully nothing happened to me, bro. Like, you see the motorcycle.
Not a single scratch,
If
huh?
you would have witnessed the accident, you would have been like, damn, my homeboy broke his leg, his knee, and his hip or something. And I literally flew out the motorcycle flipped. I flew out the motorcycle just flying. I landed on my straight back.
Fuck.
I had a helmet and a V-neck, and that's it. I didn't have no chest guard. I didn't have no knee pads, no boots. I was rolling with my Vans. And that day, man, I was in shock. I was like, dude, how did nothing happen to me? I only had inner thigh bruises because I hit the gas tank from the impact and a little scratch on my upper elbow. And that was it, man. And I just made me realize, like,
That
dude,
could have been it, man.
that could have been
That's
that could have been it. You know, that could have been done. I could have not been living right now. And it just made me put it to realize, like, damn, bro, life could be really short. So you better start acting. So that same weekend, man, it just kind of motivated me. I reopened for Oviche Seafood that same weekend.
That's right.
When
Yeah.
was that? When did that happen to you?
That was like summer of 2019, I believe. It was summer of 2019 or 2018. I don't recall. It was about 2019.
Yeah.
And I remember that accident happened, and I was like, man, it's either I do it now or something else could happen. And I never do it. You know,
And like Big L says, bro, you gotta blow now or never, bro.
Exactly.
Man, that's crazy, bro. And did you? How was it like the comeback? How did did you see a big difference from like the first time you started? Well, you know how you came back from the accident, the comeback. How was it for you?
It was challenging, you know, because obviously a lot of customers are confused. A lot of my following is like, dude, this guy's never gonna come back. He's never gonna do it again. So I had to stand out, you know. And one thing about me, man, I know that creativity is what has gotten me promoted in any job that I've been at, and it's just my creativity and new ideas that nobody has ever thought about. So I was like, all right, dude, if I'm gonna start doing Foroviche again, I gotta be creative, man, and I gotta come out with something new. I only had two plates, to be honest. I only had ceviche, shrimp ceviche, and aguachile, which is still what I got. And new menu coming soon, so tap in.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I had. And I was like, what am I gonna do to stand out as a business owner that has been out of the game for about 2 years? How am I gonna get their attention? What am I gonna do to get them back? And I figured I need to make this little seafood tower that I thought about before I even stopped.
I love that story too.
Yeah, and so let me tell you a little bit of how it happened.
Can't wait to hear it.
What was it?
He can't wait to hear the
Oh,
story.
you haven't heard it? Okay,
No.
so check it out. So I was making this seafood tower, and I kind of had it set up. I already knew what to put in it and how to put the layers into it. Put the avocado. I love shrimp and I love avocado, so I make a plate that how I love it. I'll put it to your plate and to your table, so you can enjoy what I like, and
Yeah.
you know, to see if it's your cup of tea, you know. But I figured I put it in one plate, and I did the shrimp ceviche base, better cucumber, avocado, better purple onion, and then 10 whole shrimp of aguachiles on top. But the way the name came about was that I was making the first tower ever. It was my first time doing it on my first little mold, and I was about to lift it up, but then I got a notification on my phone, and I looked at my phone and it said, "Oh, Spotify, Oasis, Bad Bunny and J Balvin just released a new album." And you know, my Latino self was like, "Dude, let's hit shuffle on that while I make this." You know, like it's not something to hype me up. I hit shuffle. I start doing my thing. Go back to doing my thing, and right as I was lifting it up, all I could hear in the background was the music, "Mojadita, mojadita." Que bien se ve, mojadita. And I was like, yo, that wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah.
That was like a notification that hit me. I opened it and I hit shuffle, and it happened to be that mojadita song that like randomly picked the first song to play. And I was like, yo, this is just crazy energy. I gotta call it La Mojadita, the shrimp avocado lover plate, you know?
Hell yeah. And you're
That's
a big
tight, man.
and you're a big believer in energy, bro. You're
Dude,
all
trust.
about that stuff. I've always noticed it.
And I seen how energy works, man. What you put out in the universe, you'll get it right back. But if you're doing good and you're doing nothing but positive things, you'll get it right back too. You know what I mean? And it's just the life experience, dude. Taught me what energy is and how to maneuver my energy on the right direction to get it back.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's awesome, dude. Because I believe the same thing, man. If like you said, how going back to you referring your customers when you're close to other restaurants or whatever, that energy will come back to you. You know, those people will appreciate
Exactly.
that, and shit, they might just fucking shout you out or refer you to them. You know.
Yeah, exactly. No, big shout out to Cacho Robles. He's one of the biggest ones in the South Bay right now. He's doing a Cacho fish taco stand.
Yes, sir.
He's got good mariscos, you know, and he reached out to me in a message and he motivated me. That's probably the most motivational message I ever gotten. And this was when I was barely coming back from that, 2-year pause. And he was like, "Hey man," in Spanish, of course. He's like, "Hey man, I like what you're doing, man. Keep on going. If you need any shrimp, octopus, or scallops, tap in. I'll deliver you some food." And now, even his son, he knows that I'm all love. I don't hate on nobody, man. I don't throw no hate because, if you throw hate, the hate's gonna come back. And I don't want none of that energy or frequencies around myself or my establishment.
Sure.
So he knows, they know I'm all love and they support, bro. They support
people
me.
see that you're working hard, right? And I've always told people that you can't expect people to help you, right? And what I tell them is, say you run out of gas, right? And you pull over to the side of the road, you pop the hood open, you sit in your car. People are going to drive past you, like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
this is, whatever.
I don't know him.
But if you get out of your car, you start pushing that motherfucker, they see you working for that shit.
They're gonna,
9 times out of 10, they're going to pull over, they're going to help you out, So if they see you grinding, put in that work, people don't, they don't mind helping you out because they see you working,
Yep.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They see you grinding, they see you put in that work, and, they offered the helping hand because they know they've been there, they've ran out of gas, and they know what it's like to,
Go through it.
go through it, feel that struggle, whatever it may be. And that's good that they reached out, and shot you a message because those little things,
Yeah, those count, man.
that's what keeps you going.
Yeah,
those
fuck
little
yeah.
things like that, that's what keeps you going.
Big shout out to Mr. Cacho. I mean,
Shout out,
Cacho
shout
Senior.
out.
Cacho
Hey.
Robles, man. He motivated me. He made me feel like, okay, man. If this is the top dog right now, and he's telling me like I'm doing a good job, I just gotta be better, and I gotta improve every time. And I never build that ego where I think I'm winning or I think I'm the best, because I feel like that's never gonna get me anywhere. I wake up every day losing to win the day. I never think I'm winning. The moment you think you're winning and you have it all, that's when you're messing up because there's always room for improvement, And I never let it get to my head where
sir.
people tell me, "Damn, bro, you're blowing up, you're doing good." I'm like, "Hey, thank you, appreciate the love, and I appreciate you acknowledging my hard work, but this journey ain't over. This marathon ain't over,
That's a trip though, huh?
I'm gonna keep on jogging and
Everyone's
running."
like, "Oh yeah, you're doing a good job," but like you yourself, like that there's more in you. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, well, I appreciate you, but it's like
Yep.
I ain't done yet, motherfucker. You're still
Or
going.
or you
I'm
don't
not done yet.
or it's hard for you to see your accomplishments or the work you've put in because, for example, for me, I was before I met Omatic. Shout out to Omatic.
Big shout out
shout
to
out,
Maddie.
I would
Omatic.
always hear people tell
Yes,
me
sir.
I would always hear people tell me, "Hey man, I love what you're doing. You're doing a great job." Blah blah, and I would be like, "Man, I thank you for those words, but I don't see what the people around me see, I see myself and my life through my eyes, but I don't see them I don't see myself how they see me. So
Right.
sometimes I would think like, man, I wish I could see myself like on a video or see myself talk about my life or my accomplishments on a video so that I could see myself, and I could hear myself and get to see what my friends see. So that's why I started doing more videos and stuff like that. That's why
Yeah.
I got Omatic to do these videos and these documentary series that we're doing as well. And once I started seeing all those documentary series and myself talking on the camera, talking about my accomplishments, I actually started feeling good about myself. Like, damn, dude, that's really me, and that's what my friends see. You know what I'm saying?
You got time to like reflect on yourself.
Exactly,
Which is
bro.
why,
And that tells me too, like, hey man, you gotta work on yourself. You gotta work on this. You gotta work on that. Hey, I want to do more things.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because today I hung out with one of my boys. Shout out to Jose Ramirez El Chaca. He just opened up a spot.
The empanada spot?
The empanada spot.
Oh, dude, I'm tapping in this week, bro, so
that shit is
tapping
fire.
in this week.
And today my boy
stupid fire.
Today my boy picked me up in the morning and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna kidnap you today. make sure you tell everybody that you're not coming back for a few hours. And he picked me up, dog.
That's
he
right.
fucking
Sick ass invite.
He treated me so fucking dope today,
Another
dog.
person fit in the car.
Hey, that shit was so dope. I went to the chiropractor. Shout out to Old Town Chiropractic. It was fucking dope. He took me out to eat. His mom cooked some hígado encebollado with some bomb ass fucking salads. And man, he told me one thing that really got stuck in my head. And he said, you gotta wake up every day and live life like you're a beginner, like you're here to learn. You know, like don't let your pride get to you, and just wake up with the beginner's mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
And that was tight, dude. Like that was cool that he told me that, because in a way, like it kind of checked me. You know, like shit, like
just kind of humble yourself.
Humble yourself down, and you're never too smart, or you don't know everything. There's still a lot for you to learn every day on a daily basis. Every day we're learning new stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
you know that he's actually related to Cacho.
Yeah, I know. That's
related.
His
they're
uncle.
all
yeah,
like
bro.
related.
They're talented people, man.
Dude, his cousin sings, bro. I didn't even know he was a singer, bro. Like,
what's his name?
Chucho.
El Chucho.
Yeah, dude. That
fool's
mad shout out to Chucho.
That dude
for
is
that shout
super.
out at the wedding. You know, always saying mojadita and froviche.
That's right.
Mad love, my boy. And we're gonna do that rap game thing too, man.
Yes,
with that,
sir.
With the music.
I want to, but yeah, man. I want to take some time to say we're gonna go on break real quick. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in, and wait for part 2. We'll be right back, man.